So switching with the music, we're going to go over to a little comedy, a little stand-up comedy, which is something I haven't seen too much here on campus. So give it up for Sean Corrigan, representing UCTV, host of UConn's Tonight Show. UConn's very own funny man, Sean Corrigan.
All right, yeah, right in my mouth. There we go. Whatever. Yeah, I'm the host of the UConn Tonight Show. So if you like the comedy here tonight, please check it out. It's on UCTV. But anybody catch the game last night? Minnesota versus Green Bay? Yeah, Green Bay annihilated Minnesota. Of course, Green Bay is playing with MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Minnesota's got a backup quarterback. All right, back up to Donovan McNabb, who's sitting the bench. And I'm pretty convinced that Minnesota is just kind of a place where old quarterbacks kind of just go to die. I mean, Brett Favre last year, Donovan McNabb this year. The Vikings are honestly like the Florida of football teams. Yeah. If you didn't get that joke, your grandparents are not in Florida. My grandparents are here in Connecticut, though. If you walk in their house, it feels like Florida because they usually keep it at about 85 degrees. Anybody else's grandparents' house like really hot? Really hot? Anybody? Yeah, it's like an incubator keeping them alive. Yeah. You walk in and they're still wearing like cardigans and stuff. I'm like, Grandma, are you cold? It's so hot in here. Yes, I feel the cold hand of death every day. I go over there to do yard work for them because they're too old to do yard work and too lazy to hire Mexicans. What? Yeah, I go over there to do yard work, and I was helping my grandfather move this huge rock down the hill, and so he's out there like doing yard work with me, even though he's like too old, he's too stubborn to know it, and so I don't want him moving this rock. But he's stubborn enough to help me out with it. And so I was just figuring, like, all right, I have to give up in order for him to give up. Because we're tugging and pulling on this rock, and I'm sitting there like, Grampy, you got bones of glass, and I can see all of your veins and organs through your skin. Like, you are too old to be doing this. Yeah, so I'm like, Grampy, look, I don't think we can move this rock. It's too big. And he just looks at me and he goes, pussy. I'm like, how does he get to call me a pussy? But he's like crazy. He's like all hopped up on meds, you know. The guy takes more pills than Heath Ledger. I mean, every day he's just, yeah. Too soon, that was like 3 years ago. I think more than that, I think it was like 4 years ago. The guy played the Joker, he can take a joke, okay? No. I was watching TV with my dad a couple weeks ago, and the commercial for that movie, Immortals, came on. And the movie's crazy. Like, it's just nuts. And so I get up, we're watching it, and as soon as the commercial ends, like, I get up off the couch, and I'm ready to be like, awesome! And my dad just goes, dumb. And I'm like, what? What? No, why are you calling that dumb? Like, it looks like a sick movie. He's like, no, it's too much for me, too fanciful, too much action and everything. I'm like, what? When you watch movies, do you say to yourself, like, you better not blow my mind or anything? I don't want to be entertained, or I don't want to be amazed in any way. No. Movies are crazy things you don't get to see in real life. Nobody walked into Pirates of the Caribbean like, this better be historically accurate. No. Did anybody get ready to go to The Matrix? Like, yeah, I heard he does, like, 1,000-year-old martial arts in this movie. And I hope he stays true to it, because if I see him dodge a single bullet, I'm going to be pissed. No. I want to see him dodge some bullets. Hell, I want to see him do this and have bullets just stop right in his face. That'd be awesome. Seriously, like if Avatar wasn't like the crazy visual movie it was, you think everybody would have watched it? No, it's crazy visual stuff that you go to see. You know? I wasn't really sold though. I mean, yeah, Pandora looks like this awesome planet. It's got everything, like it's all beautiful and pretty, real colorful and lit up. But if you know anything about nature, that means it's horribly poisonous, and you should probably stay away from it. Just don't go near it. It's like Mario, everything's like real pretty and beautiful, but if you touch one thing, you're a dead man. You're done. I love movies, though. One of my favorite movies is Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was watching it one day. I lived with my cousin over the summer, and he's got 3 little kids, 1, 3, and 5. And I'm watching Pirates of the Caribbean. They come in the room, the 3 and the 5-year-old, and they are just like blown away. I mean, they come in the room and they're just like, what? And they just like sit down, like they have nothing, they don't know what to do but just sit down and watch this amazing thing. Because I don't know if you've seen children's movies these days, but what they're passing off for children's movies is just unacceptable. I mean, the production value is just so low, it's just like, yeah, sure, whatever, the kids will watch it. And so they see this multi-million-dollar movie, and they are just stunned. And it's like a battle scene, so there's guys dying left and right and everything, and they're sitting there like, are those good guys? Are those bad? Who are those guys? Are they good? Are they bad? Because in children's movies, the only thing you see is a clearly marked good guy and a clearly marked bad guy. Here, there's just people dying everywhere, fighting everything. And of course, if there's any death in any children's movies, they have to focus on it. They have to really go through all the grief and process of somebody dying. Here, nobody's saying anything about anybody dying. So they're just concerned for every single person that's falling into the water. They're just like, oh my God, who is that guy? Does he have a backstory? Who is this, a wife and kids? I want to know who this person is. Why are they not spending any time grieving for that person? It's crazy, just little kids, they don't know. But one thing, I love TV too. One thing that I don't like about TV is commercials. And I don't know if you've seen the Cheetos commercials have changed dramatically. They used to be like Chester the cheetah used to be like a crazy cartoon, right? And he'd be hopping around the factory pulling levers like, oh, dangerously cheesy, Like, don't pull the lever that far, you're gonna blow the cheese reactor. He's nuts. They have a commercial out now where he's on a plane. Some lady sitting there, some fat dude next to her is snoring. And he walks up and just stuffs Cheetos in his nose to get him to stop snoring. He's just like real weird and creepy. Like, I don't know if he went to the doctors and he's like medicated now or what, but he's weird. They didn't tell you, but he probably killed that guy, and that's his calling card, is leaving Cheetos in his nose. He's like a weird puppet, right? I'm just waiting for the commercial where he's like one of those puppets from Saw. And I'm just waiting for one of those commercials to come on where he like comes in on a tricycle, and he's just like, would you like to have a snack? You look really hungry. Would you like to have a snack? Thank you very much. That's my time, guys.